been an interesting couple of days with Miss Dianna. She has done a lot better with taking her feeds through bottle instead of through tube. The last little while she's been taking maybe half or 2/3 of her bottle, and then the rest we do through the tube. But the last couple of days she's been taking her whole entire bottle. But her acid reflux has gotten much, much worse since she's been strictly taking the bottle. 2 times today we had to supplement her with oxygen and do quite a bit of stimulation because her heart rate was down like in the 40s and respiratory rate was in the teens, 20s. So oxygen stats were in the 60s. So they decided tonight to give her a break and just do tube feedings, which I was super excited about because that meant I could sleep a little bit more tonight. But she had other ideas. She's hiding her face. I guess because she's gotten so used to the bottle, and that sucking reflex has really kicked in. So it was time for her care at 12 midnight, and she was asleep. I laid down about 11, and she started crying, so I gave her a passy. Well, she was going crazy over that pacifier, and every time it would fall out of her mouth, which was quite often, she would scream and cry. So I thought, I'm going to try putting her to the breast, because usually what typically happens is I put her to the breast, suck, suck, swallow, she's asleep. That's it. So I thought, well, maybe if it's just, this sucking reflex is really kicked in now, I'll just put her to the breast for a little bit and get her to go to sleep. She decided she was going to actively nurse for 20 minutes. She nursed. For the first time, she had like a true nursing session. But she's not supposed to be getting anything by mouth tonight. And I don't know how much she got. So, changed her diaper and all that good stuff, did her care. And now she's getting a tube feed, but she's still sucking on this passy like crazy. You can't see it, but she's got it. And I'm so sleepy. It is now, like 12, almost 12:50. It's going to be a long night and another long day. Well, it's a little after 2, and I'm just now laying down. But Diana's next care time is due at 3. And I can hear her grunting and squealing in her bed over there. I am hoping and praying that the nurse will have like mercy on me and do her care at 3 and not wake me up. But we will see how this night goes. A crying baby is what has been happening for I don't know how long. Her nurse did do her care for me at 3, which was really nice. But baby girl is not happy. She's not happy at all. She has been crying ever since then. She wants her passy and can't keep it in her mouth. So the mama's been jumping up every 5 minutes, stick the pacifier back in her mouth. And I can't do that right now because I'm pumping. So she's just having to cry. Yeah, pretty miserable. Well, the nurse came in and started her feed. And right now she's sleeping. Oh, no, she's not sleeping because she is actively sucking on her pacifier. But she is quiet. So I'm going to wait until she starts screaming again to change her diaper. And then I'm going to pray that she goes back to sleep because I need to go back to sleep. Please, Jesus. Baby is sleeping. I look a hot mess. They're probably going to have my hide when they come in here because I let her turn her head to the side to see if she could help, if that would help keep her passy in. We're going to find out. It is 6:25 and we're going to pray for another 2 hours of sleep. Please, Lord. Yay! Got to sleep for a couple hours and now it's time to hope again. Yay! These drops are so good. No, they don't taste good, but they work well. There were a couple days that I forgot to take them, and I noticed a big difference in my milk supply, so good stuff. I have to document this because the passy fell out of her mouth, and she is still asleep. Now, why couldn't that happen last night, I ask you? Breakfast of Champions. Strawberries and cream oatmeal in a big styrofoam cup. So, yesterday morning, I had a shower, and after I got out of the shower, I realized that I've left my blow dryer in the car. So I just put my hair up in a bun where it has been ever since then, and it's now a big, huge disaster. Besides the fact that I've run out of my Jamberry hair care system stuff, only one of the 3 parts, the cleansing balm that replaces shampoo, I've run out of it, which is terrible. So I've been forced to go back to regular shampoo and conditioner, and my hair is not happy. it is not happy at all. So I've got to figure out what to do with this mess. Probably going to take a curling iron to it a little bit, since it's already bent in all kinds of weird places. And we'll see how that goes. I hear a baby squeaking. It'll be time to start her care here in about 30 minutes. Her feeds are due 12, 3, 6, and 9. And so I usually start her care 20 to 30 minutes before that, so I can get her diaper changed. And so her care is change diaper, which we can go through 3 or 4 diapers in a diaper change because that child poops nonstop. And take care of her little bottom, which is take her temperature, record it. She has a pulse oximeter that goes on her foot, and each care time we switch feet. What else? She has been getting twice a day a ointment that goes in her nose that's for treatment of MRSA. So we'll do that in her care time. If there's any medicines that she needs, oh, my camera's falling. If there's any meds that she needs at that care time, we do that. Sometimes she gets her clothes changed or her bed linens changed depending on where all the poop went. And we had been doing her wound care on her back, but that is completely healed up, and they have approved to just leave that open, even though she has one spot that plastic surgery team needs to come look at, because they said they think it's a little pustule that they may need to like pop and drain. So they're coming to look at that, but otherwise her back is looking phenomenal. And I'm going to stick a picture of her back in here. I'm going to warn you, it's not for the faint of heart. It's pretty intense. It's, when she was first born, you could see the incision down the midline of her back. But since she's been born, the skin grafts have closed in and they are healed, but everything is very, very red. Like, it's just, and it wasn't like that when she was born, so I'm not sure why that happens. It's just part of the healing process, I guess. But yeah, it's really, really red. And if you are friends with me on Facebook, then you'll see where I posted a couple days ago that I had just told Jeremy that her scar in her back, the shape of it reminds me of the symbol of the rebellion, the sign of the rebellion from Star Wars, which I think is very appropriate. But yeah, I'll stick that in here so you can see it. That's Mama's sweet girl. Hello. Hello. You're just so little. Oh, just a little girl. Oh, why are those yawns hurting that baby? Why Dushan's hurting that baby. Well, she had all but 8 milliliters of her bottle, and I believe she's getting 41 mils right now in a bottle. We're getting some burps out and holding her upright, so maybe a little reflux won't be a problem today. We'll see. Because that stuff's awful. Sleeping baby. Look at this one little sweet little foot sticking out. It is so cute. Sweet girl. So glad she's sleeping well. I've been holding her propped up on my chest as she finished up her food, and hopefully we can avoid some reflux by having her up for a while afterwards. But it is now pumping time for the mama. I sat down to pump about 10 minutes ago. As soon as I sat down, I started shaking like crazy, and my sugar started dropping, which tends to happen if I have not been sleeping well. So I don't know what that has to do with anything, but if I'm sleep deprived, I'm much more likely to have a sugar drop. So thankfully, I had this little Starbucks fruit and cheese tray thing in the fridge. So pulled it out. Still a little shaky. Sorry if the camera's shaking. But feeling better now. I love the cheddar cheese in this set. It's like super sharp and smoky, and oh, it's so good. Hi, I'd like a salad, please.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm taking lettuce, black olives. Spicy?
Yep, with pepperoni.
Green peppers.
A little bit has been working on her tube feed for almost an hour now. She's got about, let's see here, what does this thing say? 11 minutes left. But it's time for me to pump, so I'm going to try laying her down, even though I like to try and hold her after the feed is over for a little while, but I'm going to have to lay her down. And then I was thinking this might be a good time to try and sneak in a nap. Possibly. This is probably the only chance I'm going to get, because if I pump now, it's almost 4:15, so say I start at 4:20, I'll be done at 4:50. Maybe not, because then I'll have to start her care around 5:30, 5:40. This is just how it goes. Morning and night, all day long, 24/7. There's just never hardly a time to rest or eat. I have managed to eat today. That salad you guys from Subway, the guy always laughs at me because I get, he says, "You like it spicy?" I put half of the sriracha dressing stuff and then half ranch. I have been known to do all the dressing sriracha, but then I'm in pain for like an hour afterwards. I was still in pain today because he put a lot of sriracha on there, a lot of dressing, there was a lot of ranch too, but at least the ranch usually kind of helps cool it off a little bit. Well, I just finished pumping, and the nurse came in and said that she'd be happy to handle her care at 6. Yeah. Angels. Nurses are angels. That's what I'm trying to say. Most of them. But little Missy just had a spell where her heart rate plummeted and she was blue. and required quite a bit of stimulation. So I don't know if I'm going to rest or not, but I'm going to try for sure. That was a glorious nap. We slept a whole 2 hours, which is not very often that sleep for a 2-hour block. So she's starting to wake up, and it's time for me to pump, but I'm going to let her try and latch and nurse, and we'll see how that goes before I grab the pump out. Oh my goodness. Hi, love. Are you ready to wake up? Hey, sweet girl. Oh goodness, what is it? Dianna. Oh. Oh my gracious. So I figured I better eat something. The food court here at Children's has Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, Ben & Jerry's, and Subway. I already had Subway salad earlier today, so I grabbed some Taco Bell crunchy tacos. Their taco meat does have wheat in it, and I'm doing my best to stay away from gluten, because the more gluten I have, the puffier and more bloateder I get. But it's hard whenever your food choices are kind of limited. So I finally decided, just get a crunchy taco, so there's no gluten in that, hopefully. And there'll just be a little bit in the meat, which, why in heaven's name meat needs wheat in it? I'm not sure. Because it's not meat. But I'm gonna eat and then hopefully get ready for bed. We'll see how it goes. These pills, they're not pills, they're gel capsules, I guess, are huge. Excuse me. They're ginormous. Look at that. Huge. Huge. They're not fun to get down. And then, last but not least, the yummy drops. Ugh, so nasty. Look at that pretty baby. She is so sweet. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Well, it is now 10 to 11, and I need to pump at 11:30, and then do her care again after that, and then hopefully we will be going to sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and close out our little day in the life of NICU living. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you the next time.